Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this video we are going to learn how to graph the vertex form of a quadratic equation. So basically there are two methods to graph the vertex form of a quadratic equation. The first one is by using transformations and the second is by using step method. I have given a vertex form of a quadratic equation, that is y equals to -3 into x plus 5 whole square plus 1. I will graph out this vertex form by using both methods. But in this video we are going to learn the first method of graphing, that is by using transformations. In my next video I will explain you how to graph the vertex form of a quadratic equation by using a step method. So let's begin with the first method. Okay, the first method of graphing vertex form of a quadratic equation is by using transformations. I have explained transformations of a quadratic equation in my previous video. In transformations, we have to convert the given equation into the vertex form, that is y equals to a into x minus h whole square plus k. So let me rewrite the given equation, that is y equals to -3 into x minus 5 whole square plus 1. Now let's figure out what is a, h and k. So the a value is -3. So let me write down a equals to -3. The h value is -5, h equals to -5. And the k value is 1, so k equals to 1. Okay, a deals with vertical stretch, vertical compress and a reflection, right? So let me write down the first transformation. The first transformation, since a value is negative, so we have a reflection across x-axis. So when a is negative, we have a reflection across x-axis. That is the first transformation. The second transformation is when absolute value of a, so the absolute of a over here is 3. So when absolute value of a is greater than 1, then we have a vertical stretch by a factor of a, factor of absolute value of a. And absolute value of a is 3. So we have a vertical stretch by a factor of 3 because a value absolute of a is greater than 1. Now the third transformation deals with the h value. H value is basically the horizontal translation. Horizontal translation can be left side or right side depending on the sign of h. Since h value is -5, so we have horizontal translation 5 units left. Okay, now the fourth transformation is the k value. K value deals with the vertical translation. Vertical translation can be up or down, depend on the sign of the k value. So since k is +1, so we have vertical translation 1 unit up. Okay, we have done with the transformations. Let me write down the coordinate as well. So the xy coordinate is going to change with x plus h and ay plus k. So let's plug the values of a, h and k. So it would be xy changes to x minus 5 and -3y plus 1. Okay, so let me write down the table now. Okay, let's draw the table for x, y, x minus 5 and -3y plus 1. So we have to take 4 columns, the x and the y. This xy deals with the base function, and we know that the base function of a quadratic equation is y equals to x square, right? And the new one, the last 2 columns deal with a transformed quadratic function. Okay, let me draw the table. Okay, I drew the table. Now let me fix the x values. I would like to fix x equals to -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And let's solve for the y. And we know that the base function for the quadratic equation is y equals to x squared. So how do we get the y values? We need to square the x values and get the y values. So -3 squared would be equals to 9, and -2 squared is 4, -1 squared is 1, 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is again 1, 2 squared is 4, and 3 squared is 9. Right? So we have done with y as well. Now in the next column, what we have to do, we have x minus 5. So we have to use the first column of x and subtracting 5 each time to get the column for x minus 5. So let's do it. Let me write down x minus 5. So the first x value is -3. So we have -3 subtract 5, that would be equals to -8. Now the x is -2, so -2 subtract 5, that would be equals to -7. When x is -1, so we have -1 subtract 5, that would be equals to -6. When x is 0, we have 0 subtract 5 equals to -5. When x is 1, we have 1 subtract 5, that would be equals to -4. And when x is 2, so we have 2 subtract 5 is equals to -3. And the last x value is 3, so we have 3 subtract 5 is equals to -2. Okay, we have done with the x minus 5 column. Now let's move to the last column. Okay, in the last column we have -3y plus 1. So we need to use the y column. The second column is the y column, plugging the y values one by one to get -3y plus 1. So the first y value is 9. So -3 times 9 plus 1. So that would be equals to -27 plus 1. So that is equals to -26. So the first value is -26. When y is 4, so we have -3 times 4 plus 1, so that would be equals to -12 plus 1, that makes -11. Okay, when y is equals to 1, so -3 times 1 plus 1, so that would be equals to 3 plus 1, that is equals to, sorry, -3 plus 1, that makes -2. When y is 0, so -3 times 0 plus 1, so that would be 0 plus 1, that makes 1. When y is 1, so -3 times 1 plus 1, that is again -3 plus 1, that is equals to -2. When y is 4, so we have -3 times 4 plus 1, that is equals to -12 plus 1, that makes -11. And the last y value is 9, so -3 times 9 plus 1, that makes -27 plus 1 is equals to -26. So we have done the table. Okay, now we have to plot the points onto the graph to get the curve of a given vertex form. So we have to use the new x coordinate would be x minus 5, and the y coordinate is -3y plus 1 of the transformation. Since we know, we can see that all the x values are negative, so that is why I use the x values, negative x values on the graph on the left side, and the y values are also negative, that is a downward, the y values that are downward. Okay, let's plot the point one by one to get the graph of a vertex form. So the first point is -8 and -26. So the x is -8 over here and the y is -26 downward. So the first point is -8, -26. The second is -7 and -11. -7 lies between -6 and -8, and -11 lies between -10 and -12. So the second point is here. Now -6 and -2. So x is -6 and the y is -2 over here. Yeah. Okay, the next point is -5 and 1. So the x value is -5, that is between -4 and -6, and the y value is 1, that is between 0 and 2 over there. So that is my fourth point. Yes. Now x is -4 and the y is -2. So x is -4 and the y is -2, so it would be here. X is -3 and the y is -11. So x is -3 between -2 and -4, and the y is -11 again, -10 and -12. The last point is x is -2 and the y is -26. X is -2 over here and the y is -26 downward. Let's connect all the points to get the curve. Okay, after connecting all the points, we have got the parabola and its opening is downward. So that is graphing vertex form of a quadratic equation by using transformations. In my next video, I will explain you how to graph the vertex form of a quadratic equation by using a step method. If you want to watch more and get updated, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you. See you in my next video.